Hello, this is Chamse, and thank you very much for coming to this channel. It's very nice to meet you. I started my therapy in 2019 April, and it is coming to the end, so I wanted to start this channel to share. Around that time, I felt I really needed someone to talk to. There were two reasons. One was I experienced some very serious anger more than a few times. Anger that even risked my own safety. My only, my elder sister actually encouraged me to find someone and actually helped me to find someone because she thought I needed help. And the second one was I took this class around the time, and the class asked me to write about what broke my heart. The instructor gave us 10 minutes and told us not to stop and just keep writing the entire time. So I started writing, and it ended up a story in the intro video. The story was brutal. I did not know I kept that for that long time, deep down in my heart. That piece of writing made me realize I still have something going on from the past. So I found this therapist. Therapy started before I walked into the therapist room because I was asked to fill out some questionnaires at the waiting area, and there was a section where I had to fill out sentences like my family is ... and what happened to me was ... And before even I realized it, I was crying. By the time I stepped into the room, I couldn't even say hello properly because I was crying so hard. So we started. I told her why I'm there, why I was there, and that was the day for the first time in my life I said it out loud that what I went through was abuse. I don't think I had ever used that word to describe what happened to me, so it felt weird. After the first session, I had a dream. I looked him in the eyes and told him things I never dared to say out loud. Like, I hate you, you disgust me, you're horrible. The part that stayed with me wasn't what I said, actually, but his face. The look of shock when I said it, the look of being hurt. I've never seen that face. I could not know what the dream meant. Was it because I wanted him to feel guilty or I felt guilty? And then I went back to the second session. The second session was just narrating everything, basically summing up my childhood. I remembered so many things so vividly. I remember very specific things. For years, I tried to think it wasn't bad enough to count as sexual abuse, and my therapist put words to that in psychological way. She told me I had received sexualized messages continuously as a child, and it created so much confusion for a child. It felt so nice to hear someone articulate my situation clearly. I told her I had been asking why that happened. But she simply said, no one knows. It's only natural to want to know, given how much I struggled. But we will never really know the intention. I also talked about my 언니. She's the one who does so much to run the household. She's like 3-4 years older than me. My parents have been relying on her since she was a kid. She's really smart, independent, and have this eagerness to have normal, proper family, like functioning family. I think that was one of the motivations to make her contribute so much to this family. She often organizes things that normal family would do, like family gathering, birthday present, taking pictures together. She also does diligently what proper Korean daughter would do. So she sometimes pushed me to do things I'm not comfortable with, because that's what proper daughter would do. As she already does so much, I couldn't really say no when she asked me to do a few things. She was already taking care of our mom when she was sick. She put our mom together for the house. She negotiated with contractors about house problems. So she handled basically everything about family issues. But then after my therapist heard all of that, and she told me, it's not your fault that your only ended up being the head of the family at such a young age. And I answered to my therapist, wow, that stings. And then I broke down. I bursted into tears. I felt like my only was my lost string. If my relationship with my only got denied, I had nowhere else to go. My therapist did not deny the relationship. That's how I felt. I always felt sorry to Onni because I could never do what she does. I felt like I'm burdening her, shifting responsibility to her. When something happened at home when I was in another country, I felt like I left her alone while she was doing everything by herself. When my therapist said there's no relationship that's 100% positive, I cried harder because I thought my relationship with my Onni was 100% positive. My therapist apologized and she said, we probably should have dealt with the other topic first and then slowly talked about Onni. And if you want to come back within this week, please come back. You'll be welcome. And I left the office, and on the way back home, I cried again. Onni has been very caring since I started therapy. I told her about the session. She admitted that that's not normal that she made me do things to meet her needs. She was also not sure when she did, if that's right or not. She asked if I was hurt, and I said I was lonely and it made me lonely. She also cried and apologized. We talked about it. Onni said my therapist seems quite capable, and that relieved me. When she assures my choices, I feel like I made the right choices. She even offered me to pay my therapy session, but I didn't feel comfortable taking money from her. Maybe mom or dad, but I wouldn't feel comfortable taking money from them either. That night, I had this urge to run to my therapist and defend my Onni. See, she's amazing and nice. Even when my therapist never said Onni is a bad person, but I felt that urge. This is a summary of my first and second session. I hope you will continue to go this journey with me and share your story. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you see you soon. Please take care. Thank you.